Basics is a proud collaboration between Sony Malaysia, Z, and Lens Library. We all thought it was as simple as turning on the camera and hitting record. And then you realize there's a ton of different settings you could change, and among those, up to 11 choices for picture profiles. Now this one's a setting you would want to get right because it's quite literally deciding how you want your recorded video to look like. So I assure you, it's worth spending some time getting to know them.
And getting to know Z, he will probably go way too in-depth on those picture profiles because they do involve some pretty advanced digital image concept. Since this series is all about basics, let's not scare everyone off by actually keeping this basic, okay?
I suppose I could leave out the part about optoelectronic transfer functions.
Basic. You can change your alpha camera picture profile in the color menu, or if you haven't already, I would highly recommend customizing it to be inside your function menu. PP1 and 2, you can think of them as your default in-camera look. Right now, you are looking at PP1, which was designed for video. PP2 is designed for still images.
You're now looking at PP3. Now this, along with PP4, lets you shoot in something called Rec 709. It's a very technical sounding name because it's actually a standardization that was made for broadcast television. So this look would resemble something you might see on TV. It's quite contrasty with fairly saturated colors.
PP5 and 6 are known as Cine1 and Cine2. These two picture profiles give the shadow a soft contrast and give the whole image less punchy look. What's nice about these two profiles is, you can use the footage as shot without any adjustment in post, like the PP5 footage you are looking at right now. But if you want to make any minor adjustment to finalize the look, there's just enough room for you to do that.
Now if this looks extremely grey and dull, don't worry, that's because you're looking at log footage. PP7, 8, and 9 lets you shoot with a log profile. You might be wondering what that is. To keep things basic, your camera sensor is capable of capturing bright parts of a scene that are beyond the range of what most displays are capable of showing. A log profile basically forces all that out-of-range information into your image so all of it can be recorded. The result of that is this grey washed-out image. But this gives you a very malleable image to work with when you apply color grading in post. Most Sony shooters who wish to get the most dynamic range out of their alpha cameras would typically shoot in S-Log3, which we can find as PP8 and PP9. You can also turn on Gamma Assist, which will give you a more contrasty image to look at when you're shooting with one of these log profiles.
PP10 is also known as HLG. It's basically HDR video. If you playback a clip shot using PP10 on a HDR display, you'll be able to watch what you shoot in HDR. Shooting in HDR is really that simple. You might notice you are watching me in PP10 right now, but this is not a HDR video. The beauty of HLG is how it will display perfectly fine even if the playback environment is not compatible with HDR. Very often, we will shoot in PP10 even if we have no plan to deliver in HDR, because it can preserve a lot of detail in the highlights.
PP11 is called S-Cinetone. You'll find this one on a few select alpha cameras such as the A7S III, A1, and FX3. Sony specifically developed S-Cinetone to help users save time in post. The idea is to get a polished looking image with nice colors instantly in camera at the time of shooting. This way we won't have to spend time adjusting the look of the image in post, which can be a real benefit on projects that are tight on time. You're looking at S-Cinetone right now. It's got gentle highlights, deep shadows, and pleasing skin tones.
So these are all the picture profiles that you will find on Sony Alpha camera. Let us know below which picture profile do you use the most, and we will see you one more time on Basic, where we share our video production secret with you.